Sweetie, I don't know what kind of magical men you surrounded by, but
yes, please bring.
It's a lot of bums out here. That's all.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree that there's a lot of bums out there.
Crazy because that's all I see over here. So I was like, where y'all at? Y'all in Texas? Y'all okay? Because
where are you at?
I'm in North Carolina. It ain't nothing but a bunch of confused bums over here. They're either homeless or they're about to be.
So the only men in North Carolina are all bums,
or they're already
even
married.
In Raleigh.
Even in Raleigh, even
that's the thing. Most of the ones who are marriageable are already married.
They're already taken.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I ain't gonna steal nobody's husband.
I find that so hard to believe. I find that so hard to believe. I feel like the reason why I find it so hard to believe is because women don't take the simple things, and like Ruth was just talking about. Most women are just not considerate. I am telling you, consideration goes a long way. Most women are not considerate.
I got it. Okay. I don't speak on this yet anyway. Listen.
Are you saying you're considerate?
I'm very considerate. I just got out of a 6-year relationship, being super considerate for my 6 years. I ain't got no proposal, no ring. I was too considerate. This man had no car. He was just working out here. I was holding him down, paying half of all of the bills, and I'm just funding his career and making sure he get everywhere he goes. So I'm funny and I do all these things and I keep my body together. So no, I'm too considerate.
So it took you 6 years to figure out that?
No, it didn't take me 6 years. That was just me being like, why should I throw away a good black man?
Oh, you were just being patient.
Hold on, wait. No, Trent, how tall was he? How tall was he?
6 foot.
He was laying that pipe on you, wasn't
he? Yeah, it was all right.
No, it wasn't. No, she lied.
No, because that's what happens. Because the whole topic is why do men walk away from uninterested? I got uninterested and broke up with him because I got tired of waiting and I got tired of being.
So the first 5 years. So the first. Hold on, wait. No, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I say the first 3 years on a scale from 1 to 10. How great was the sex?
It was great.
Scale 1 to 10.
But we were great.
How good was it? How good was his money?
You don't have to answer the question. I told you.
She had to pay some bills.
He didn't have no.
Oh, he was broke.
You be trying to make me answer all kind of crazy stuff. Let her go.
You said how great was it? What?
On a scale from 1 to 10. Well, she just said that he didn't have no money. So
because that's the thing, it wasn't about money for me. It was like I thought this is.
He made you tingle.
Now you see.
Happy, but you know how
he made you tingle.
You know how old people always say love don't pay the bills. Like I love this person. Like I thought you was my person because we matched.
Because he was making you tingle.
Did you say he was broke?
She said he was broke.
He would just figure things out, but it's like
yeah, that's not. I think if he was able to figure things out, you would have stayed with him, right? With his money.
Where
right?
in North Carolina are you?
He was figuring things out, but how long?
I'm saying if he had it figured out financially, things would be different, right?
If he would have proposed to me and married me, things would have been different. But I'm like, why are you making me?
How many years?
I'm not walking away from no man, no provider.
So had he proposed to you the day before he broke up with you? I mean, you broke up with him. The day before you broke up with him, had he proposed to you, you would have said yeah.
No.
All right. So how many years back would you have kept saying no? Would the answer have been no?
Back in 2023.
No. I mean, from the day. So if you count back the years from the day you left him, how many of those years back would you have said no?
Probably 2.
All right, so you're saying by year 4, you would have said yeah had he proposed to you.
Yes.
And he was the same exact person in year 3 as he was in year 6.
Yeah. No,
what about year?
It got worse. It got worse.
So, all right.
Listen,
I think we giving her.
He did you a favor, honey.
Bro,
I think
she met a dude at year 4, dude. That's what it is.
Girl, not Winston-Salem, but.
Let's keep it a bang. Hey, Jasmine, if you could just be honest for a second, just say
what
the vibes was right, and we all know what that means. The vibes was right.
Yeah, he was knocking the sonic rings out of her, bro. That's all it was.
Sonic rings out that thing.
and the women will understand this. Like when you lose interest in somebody, she don't even work for you no more.
I'm not talking about when you lost interest. I'm talking about before you lost interest. When you gain interest.
When I gained interest, I liked what I saw. He was an entrepreneur. He had a business. He was doing things.
Plays you.
You just said he was trying to figure it out.
You said he was trying to figure it out. He was broke and paid a bill.
Oh, he was.
He's trying to open a business. He's
listen,
trying to figure it out.
Sweeney, entrepreneur broke is a different broke, bro.
Every entrepreneur
Was he a rapper?
Was he
no,
it does. You need a one-on-one because if I do a forensic analysis on this, I guarantee I could find the holes in this shit. I really feel like there's some mistakes there.
I didn't.
Yeah, like this is.
He was really handsome.
I didn't say he was handsome. So running a business.
He was tall. He was tall, handsome, and knocked the sonic rings out that thing.
So,
that's what it was.
Jasmine. Let me ask you a question real fast, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Listen, you remind. I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 33.
How old are you?
33.
Okay. So you remind me of myself. We get ourselves into something and we try to stick it out. You know, you're like, oh, just one more year. You're just doing all these things. Yeah. And I just don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. Girl, dip. Like after that 2, just leave. Like you're just wasting this 6 years. Look how young you are, 6 years.
Exactly. That's why I was like never. But that's why when Trev was like plate pirates, I was cracking up. But it's like, I mean, if you're gonna be
that's my advice to you.
Aggravate me, like now you can at least take me out if you want to, because my business hours are from 6 to 10. If you want to talk my head off or be in my face, you're gonna have to put a plate in front of me or something, because
that's how it starts.
Not nothing.
Hold on, this is bullshit.
That one guy messed it up for everybody.
And somehow, somewhere, y'all don't understand how one chick can fuck it up for every woman in the world.
Jasmine got
it happens every day.
And hold on, wait. And
you gotta understand it.
And here's the jacked up part. We all know she just admitted this nigga was tall, handsome, and not the. Yeah, she said. Have you ever stood next to a 6 foot motherfucker?
I mean, 6 foot is okay. It's not like tall.
And she said he was knocking the sonic rings before she lost interest. She was it was the vibes. That's what she chose him on.
She didn't admit. I don't think she admitted to that.
No, he was an entrepreneur. He was an entrepreneur, and we all know what that means. That's the same thing as
he sold her a dream.
That's the same thing as a woman coming up and saying that she's not an esthetician, but she does nails on the side, and she's got her own business. We all know what that shit means. That means broke. He was an entrepreneur. What did he do? What was he an entrepreneur in?
Photographer, but he owned the studio, and he owned the studio that he rented out to other people too.
He owned the studio. I guarantee you, when you looked on the walls of that studio, was the thing stapled to the wall?
What thing?
The when you like he owned the music studio.
Oh wait, bro, pause.
No.
Was the phone thing stapled to the wall?
No.
Did he have a Lenovo? Did he have a Lenovo PC with the 2 speakers in there? And he had the microphone. He had the
projector.
So Sweeney,
photographer.
Yo, this your whole. Is this your whole scheme, Sweeney? Like, what we doing?
Sweeney,
got the same.
This is what happens to a lot of women.
You got some type of creep ass photography.
It's a real fast.
Some shit.
Real
fast. Because y'all know the music. Y'all know the music studio artists.
You got the red light.
The nigga only got one red light. He got the regular ass microphone that he got off of Amazon with the.
Go away.
She said he was a photographer, right? She said he was a photographer.
He was a photographer.
Yeah, it's levels to the shit with the photography. I could tell you just by looking at it. If he ain't got a prime lens, he ain't about no photography. Did his lenses have red rings on them or no?
Yeah, he was a legit photographer.
So here's the real question:
don't take nothing away from him.
If he don't take pictures, he don't get paid, right?
That's the only thing he wasn't. He wasn't a husband.
If he don't take pictures, he don't get paid, right?
No, that was his life. Like he had to work.
What's his Instagram?
Plus he has.
Let's see these pictures.
I want to see the pictures too.
I'm done. Plus he had.
Put it in the back chat. Put it in the back chat.
I got a question. We just said if after 2 years she's supposed to dip. Now, if you were a guy and you wanted to propose to a woman, if she left you in a second year, would you like go after her, or you be like, no, that was too fast. You should have waited for another.
There's such a thing as a trajectory. There's such a thing as a trajectory, right? And there's also First off, I would never just propose to a woman blindly. That's outrageous. These are things that you talk about. Like, we need to talk about a 5-year plan. I do know your credit score. I do know what neighborhoods you like to live in. Like, we don't just say, oh, we don't just guess game. Like, if you have open communications, you're supposed to be on the same page. And if you're paying attention, both of you, to the trajectory of the relationship, then you know, okay, this is both going in the direction that we appreciate. If it doesn't, then somebody's got a dip. Right. So the open communication would allow you to know where you stand with the other person. So you'll know, all right, look, I do want to get married by such and such. There's an engagement. And then you set a date. Right. You don't just set a date, but then you book a hall or whatever the place is that you're going to go ahead and have this session. So everything is on the table. There shouldn't be anything left to guesswork. That's outrageous. You have to discuss this with your partner. So at least you know you're on the same type of timeline. You have to. If you don't have a partner who's able to communicate that, or you feel comfortable communicating that with, then you're with the wrong damn partner.
If you're not talking about that, you should leave at the 2-year mark, basically. That means he has no intention of
Trev said you need to have that conversation.
Right, but at 2 years,
Absolutely.
if she wasn't having that conversation, she should have left.
Let me just check in with D real quick. Make sure she want to add anything, D.